Welcome to our second video about Venice, the beautiful city in Italy. Campo del Tolentino is a square in Venice located in Santa Croce district, not far from Piazzale Rome and railway station. The entrance to the University of Architecture of Venice and the Church of San Nicola de Tolentino overlook the Campo. The Church of San Nicola de Tolentino, known as the Tolentini, is 16th-17th century Catholic place of worship. The interior of church is decorated with 17th century paintings, and there are works by Jacopo Palma, Giovane and Padovano. The church house is almost a totally intact organ built in 1750. The Campo is the medieval name for the square, but today the most of the squares in Venice are called piazza. Only few of them are campus. The most of cities in the Mediterranean area has one or two squares, but in Venice there are so many of them, and there is always a relaxed atmosphere with the kids playing and the elderly sitting in cafes drinking coffee. So I like it very much in Venice. There are also so many channels in Venice. The Venice is built on 118 separated islands, and they are connected with bridges and divided by channels. This day was Saturday, and there were so many people outside, and many shops put their products outside, and it was some kind of open market in Ria. The people were enjoying on the sun and in the shopping, and the Saturday is the most crowded day in Venice. Scuola Grande di San Marco is building designed by well-known Venetian architect Pietro Lombardo. It was the home of Scuola Grande of Venice, the great school, but is now city hospital. It faces the Campo Santi Giovani e Paolo, one of the largest squares in the city. Some parts of the building can be visited. Basilica Santi Giovani e Paolo is one of the largest churches in the city. It has status of minor basilica. After 15th century, funeral services of all Venice doges were held there, and 25 doges were buried in the church. The huge brick building was built in Italian Gothic style and completed in 1430. The equestrian statue of Bartolomeo Colleoni is a Renaissance sculpture portraying Venice general that offered his wealth after death to the Republic and requested for the equestrian statue of himself to be erected. You will not find bookshop like Libreria Aqua Alta anywhere. The interior is special because of the piles of books that you'll find inside. Because of the floods that often take place in Venice every winter, there are books piled in a boat or a bathhub. You'll also immediately notice something when you enter the door of the Libreria Aqua Alta. There are cats who lie on the box and sit at the cash register. Aqua Alta means high water in Italian. We continued to explore the Castello district of Venice. The first part of Castello district was dedicated to the riva of Venice in our first video, and now we're on the other side of island, and this area is very local with many small restaurants, channels, and unexpected squares. There is no riva like on the other side, only one Vaporetto boat station, but inside the area is real beauty, and it's a characteristic district of Venice with not so many tourists. The Arsenal of Venice was the heart of the Venetian naval industry, with its shipyards from 13th century, generating much of the city's economic wealth and power that lasted until the fall of the Republic to Napoleon's conquest in 1797. The monumental Porta di Terra was erected in 1460. This and two towers flank the water entrance, and high above the door is a statue of Santa Giustina, placed after a Lipante battle when Ottomans were defeated. Above entrance is a winged line of Venice, and the gate is adorned with 8 statues representing Wealth, Guard, Goddess Bellona, Neptune, Mars, and Justice. 2 lions guarding the gate were taken from the Greece. The nice promenade will take you directly to the riva of Venice. Nearby riva is Via Garibaldi, which is a perfect blend of modernity and medieval streets. The magnificent quarter mile of this street is lined with colorful shops and stylish cafes and bars. Unlike other streets, road here is quite wide and has enough walking space for people. In the morning you can see vendors trading fish and the other products, and it also happens to be the driest area in Venice.